Hello everyone. Today we'll be working with WPS Microsoft Word using our mobile phones. Working with WPS Writer is similar to MS Word. On your mobile phone is convenient and it will allow you to create, edit and format documents. The specific step may vary slightly depending on your mobile device's operating system. If you're using an iPhone or an Android phone, the version of WPS Office varies. Now let's see how the procedures on how to install it. If you want to install WPS in your phone, first of all, it depends on the phone you're using. If you're using an Android phone, you can open from Google Play Store. But if you're using an iPhone, you can install it from an app store. So what I'll be using is Android. So let's go down to the Play Store. So I'll click on the Play Store. Now the Play Store will take me to where I'll type the application, the name of the application. Then I'll type my WPS here. Then after that, I'll click install. What you're seeing here is open because this is not the first time I'm installing it. But if you're installing for the first time, what you will see is install. Then you take time and do the installation. Then after the installation, the WPS will be located in your phone as one of the applications in your phone. So I'm scrolling, searching for my WPS. Now this is WPS Office. I'll click on it. Now when you click on this WPS Office, it will open to a certain place. What you're seeing here are different documents I worked on WPS. Okay, but because we're interested in creating the new one, I'll just click on this plus sign, which is create. Now when you click on the plus sign, it will give you options where you have other documents. The first one is DOC, that doc, which represents the Microsoft Word. The second one is PPT, which represents the PowerPoint. The third one is XLS, which is Excel. Then we have the PDF. We have Air page, memo, text, scanner. These are different features we can explore using WPS. But today we're focusing on doc. So we're going to click on this doc. Now when you click on the doc is going to open different templates where we have the blank template as well as the design template. Now we're going to focus on the blank template. So I'm going to click on the blank template, clicking on the plus sign at the middle. So when you click on this plus sign, it will bring out an empty worksheet where you're going to start typing. Now for you to type, I have to bring up my keyboard by double clicking on the worksheet. Then the keyboard will appear. Now for us to work on the WPS, there are so many things we can do in the WPS. We can create a new document and we can save a document. We can as well format document. So we're going to take them one after the other. Create a new document. So for us to create a new document, what we're going to do now is to start typing something. Okay, let's define computer. Computer is an electronic machine, or an electronic device. Any of them can be used that accepts data through an input unit, okay, through an input unit, then processes the data through processing unit, store the data through storage unit, and display out result through an output unit. This is a general accepted definition of computer because we're using it to create new documents. Now, what we can do in creating new documents, we can as well save our work in this new document. Now, for us to save our work from this new document, we first of all go to the tools. What you're looking at below in the screen is the tool. The first one that has 4 different shapes is called the tools. So if I click on these tools, it will open up other features that we can explore. It will open up the home, the file, the insert, the view, the review, and then the pen. So basically, we are already in the home, which gives us opportunity to type what we're typing now. Okay, now the next thing is to save this work. Now for us to save the work, we'll click on file. Then file will give us options to save as. It's important to note that if you're saving for the first time, you use save as. Why you're using save as is to generate a file name before you start saving. Okay, now you can change it, or rather you can retain this, create a new document, a new document. It's also important to note that if you are saving, do not give space at the extreme, because if you give space, it will not save. Okay, so that now after you have saved for the first time, subsequent saving, you use save instead of save as. Okay, now this saving can allow you to edit. You can change, you can as well delete whatever you want to delete. So now we're moving on to formatting the document. Formatting. Okay, now for us to format the document, there are so many ways we can format it. Firstly, we're going to highlight this document and copy the document into different places. We're going to copy and paste to up to 5 different documents. So I'll click on highlight and then click on copy. Then bring it down here and paste the first one. Then bring it down again. Bring it down again to paste the second one. I'm going to paste it into 5 different content. I paste again, that's number, I paste again, that's number 4, and then the last but not the least, including the first one I created, making it 6. Now formatting the document, you can actually change. In formatting of the document, there are so many things you can achieve through the format. You can have a different font size, you can have a different font style, you can bold your work, you can as well underline it and then italics your work. You can as well align your work, color your work, use font color or highlight color. These are different formatting content we can use. So let's start from font size. Font size. Okay, now for us to achieve this font size, we are going to highlight this first one because that's the only one we want to increase the font size. Then we'll go back to the tool and then go to home, because basically all this formatting content are in the home. Then this is the size. The work is already in size 11, so we're going to increase it to size 20. Okay, then I'll click on the size 20. You can agree with me that the content has been increased because of the size 20. Now, the next one is font type. Okay, now for us to achieve this font type, we're going to highlight it again. We're going to highlight again, okay, and bring down. So this time around, what we're looking at is the font type. This is Calibri. So we're going to change it to other font type. This is NATO Same Etopic. Okay, let's choose this. Okay, this is font type. There are different font types you can actually choose, but I've chosen this very one. Now the next one is to color. Use a font color. Okay, for us to use the font color, we're going to highlight this again and choose any type of color we want. Remember, if you're choosing color or playing with color, it's important to note that you don't have to choose color that will darken or will bring down the content of your presentation. Okay, now I'll click on the tool again. This is text color. Now for me to open the text color, there are 3 dots around here, so I'll click on it so that different colors can come out. Now let's choose a red color, okay, so that the font will have the red color. Okay, now we'll come down here again to do highlight color. I want us to understand the difference between these 2 colors. The first one is font color. Now the second one is highlight color. So basically we're going to see the differences. I'll highlight this second one again because that's the one we want to color this time around. Okay, then I'll highlight it and then go back to tools again and then click on this highlight color. There are different highlight colors. Let us also maintain the red so that we can actually differentiate the 2 colors. Now, when you look at this color, the first one is on the text. That's why it is font color. Now, the second one is on the background. Okay, now we go down to let's bold our text. Okay, let's bold the document. Bold the document. I'm going to remove this highlight color here. Okay, I'll click on it and then go back, remove it. Okay, let's bold the document. We're going to highlight and then bold our document. It's also part of the formatting. Now I'm going to bold and underline at the same time. I'll click on the bold. I highlighted and click on the bold and then underline the text. Now in this underline, there are different types of underline. There are dotted line underline. There are also double underline, depending on the one you want. Okay, so I'll take it back because I want just a single underline. So these are different dotted underline. Okay, these are different formatting that you can use from this WPS. Okay, now as we move forward, remember that it's important to continue to save. Okay, but if you're saving this work, don't go back to save as again because you have already generated the file name. So what you have to do is to click on save, and also remember to click on done anytime you finish what you want to type. Click on done. If you want to go back again, you click on edit. Then edit will give you opportunity to continue to work. Now There are other features you can work with. You can also work with inserting element. You can insert image, you can insert shapes, you can insert tables. Okay, now let's explore them. Inserting element. Okay, now what we're going to insert now is we're going to insert image first. Now for us to insert image, the first and foremost thing we're going to do for us to insert image is that we are going to for us to insert image, we're going to download the image first. Assuming I want to insert image of computer that we have just defined, first of all, I will go down to Chrome to download that computer machine. Okay, I'll click on the Chrome and type computer machine. Computer machine. Okay, now I'll wait and it will open different computer machine for me. I'll click on image so that I'll have the opportunity to choose. Okay, this one is more comprehensive, so I'm going to choose it by clicking on it and then clicking on download image. So then I'll wait for it to open. I'll click on open. This image that I have downloaded is now in my gallery. So for me to pick it from my gallery, I'll minimize this work and go back to my WPS. Okay, and then click on the WPS. Now, having clicked on this WPS, I'll be able to pick my pictures, the picture that I have downloaded. So I'll click on this tool again, then click on insert, because you have the opportunity to insert anything you want. Now I'll click on picture. It will take me to my gallery. This is all I have in my gallery. So I'll pick this last one that I have just downloaded. Then I click on this point up here and OK it. Now the picture will be in my work. Then I have the opportunity to expand it. You want to expand or you want to reduce, depending on what you want. Okay, it's not only picture that you can actually insert here. You can also insert shapes. Okay, I'll go back again to pick shapes this time because I have inserted a picture. Now the next one is shapes. I'll click on these tools again, and then okay, I can pick shapes. I can pick a text box. Okay, let me start from text box. Okay, I'll bring it down and then write on it because it's a text box. So for me to write on my text box, I can write anything. Let's say computer. You can actually open different text box and use it to write something. Computer machine. Maybe you can use it to write different shapes. Okay, and write on it. Okay, then apart from the text box, I can as well pick my shapes. Okay, I'll go back to my tool and click on shapes. Now there are different shapes I can hold on to. This is square. I'll go back again to the shapes. Okay, I'll go back again and pick more shapes because basically I need to have more shapes. I'll have my circle. Okay, I have my circle. I have other shapes, other shapes, like I have let's say triangle. Okay, these are different shapes that I can work with. Okay, now that you have seen, you can actually insert elements in your work. You can also work with page layout. You can work with spell check and grammar. You can list the bullets, create numbered or bullets listed by selecting the text and choosing the appropriate list style for the formatting options. Okay, now at this junction, we're going to save this work and then explore it. I'll click on the edit. Okay, then come down here again. I'll click on the tool. Remember, I told you to always make use of save because you have generated the file name. Okay, now the next thing, you okay it. The next thing is to share this work. You can actually share this work to different areas. You can share it to WhatsApp, you can share it to email, you can share it to through Bluetooth, you can share it as a PDF or share it as a file. It's up to you depending on what you want and where you want to share it. Now, assuming you want to share this to email, you click on this and then take to email. Then you can now select the appropriate email you want to share to.